Welcome in. In this video, I'm going to be telling you one essential mindset shift that is going to absolutely revolutionize your life. If you're someone right now who feels like you're not making as much progress as you could be, and you feel like you want to succeed in online business, you want to get girls, you want to have the social circle of your dreams, doing this one essential thing is going to it's going to take you from making the tiniest bit of progress and incrementally increasing to exponentially increasing and getting everything you want rapidly, faster than you could have ever thought imaginable. And it all comes down to this one key thing, and that is stopping playing the victim. So when you take full responsibility for everything in your life, even if you only had 1% responsibility in that thing, but you accept full responsibility anyway, you are going to start improving so quickly. The reason being is because you will learn a lesson from that when you take responsibility. But if you defer that responsibility, you're also deferring the lesson that comes along with it. And lessons are one of the only ways to actually learn and grow. You're not going to learn a lesson unless you learn it the hard way. And if you keep blaming everything on everyone else, you're not going to ever learn from that experience and grow as a person. So everything comes down to you taking full responsibility for your life. I can apply this to business, to girls, to social circles. Everything that I've wanted, once I started taking full responsibility for my life, has gotten better. Let me give you some quick examples. I'll give you one that everyone should be able to relate with, is something like girls, because not all you guys have an online business. So, for example, I'm traveling and I am in Sweden for about 5 months this year. I have one good friend here and he has a girlfriend. So that is my social circle. I have one true friend and I know tons and tons of people, but they're not close. I'm not close with them like that. So when I go out, it would probably just be with him, but he doesn't want to go out because he's got his girlfriend. He doesn't want to party right now, and that's fine. So I can play the victim and say, oh, well, how am I going to get girls, or how am I going to do this? But no, there was a brief moment where I was a little upset. I was like, fuck. But I got back on the horse and I said, guess what? I'm going out by myself. I'm doing this shit either way. And since I did that, I've had even more success when I stopped relying on other people and just said, okay, I'm going to go out and get girls by myself. I don't need anybody else to help me in this process. I don't need someone to come and hold my hand. I can still have fun by myself. I know how to make friends and build rapport with people very quickly, and meeting girls is very easy for me. So now I've been traveling to a bigger city every weekend, taking the train there or driving up and having a hotel by myself. And I've been having a blast doing it. I've explored a new city, made so many new friends in the process, and I accomplished my mission, which was to meet a lot of girls. And that was the success that I had because I accepted full responsibility. I realized that no one is coming to save me and put me on and introduce me to girls the way everyone wishes it could be that easy. So I just had to do it myself. And I didn't complain about it. I didn't make a big deal. I was excited. I thought of it as a challenge. It's all about how you frame things mentally. These are all things that you can utilize to your advantage to increase your power instead of decreasing it, because there's no point in decreasing the amount of power that you have. Your mind is your only ally. And when you start taking full responsibility for your life and you start stopping playing the victim and blaming other people for things that you want to accomplish and you want to get done and how they're not helping you do it, well, you're still an immature little kid then, and people will live their entire lives like this. So the sooner you accept this, the better your life will be. And I can give you examples for online business. For example, I was trying to venture off into a new branch of the business without going into specifics and boring you, and I left two people who I thought were pretty good at what they were doing to take on the role that I was currently the head of. So I left them to that, and that month that I left them to do this and I was working on the new spot, the business's revenue decreased significantly. It was one of the worst months that I've had. So I hopped back on the horse. This was for sales specifically. And the first day that I got back to doing sales, I closed 3 deals and made over, I think it was $1,300 in new money profit to myself that day. So that's what it's all about. It's taking full responsibility. Sometimes you don't have that luxury to delegate a task or to have friends who are going to set you up with the girls that you want. Sometimes you just got to go out and do these things by yourself, depending on the situation that you're in. If you move to a new city, how do you expect to meet people? You can't invite your best friend down to come and help you meet new people. Like, that's what I thought I was going to do when I went to Florida when I was still a kid. I was 19. I had no friends in this new city I went to. And I was like, oh, maybe I can invite my best friend down and he can help me build my social circle. It was also something he suggested, but I was like, he didn't do it, and I had to do it myself. And back then I didn't accept responsibility. And back then I blamed everyone else for my problems. I blamed my parents for moving to this city, this new state, and having no friends there. I blamed them for that. I blamed my sister for being the one who caused the initiation of the move. I blamed everyone besides myself for why I didn't have friends. I didn't have girls and I didn't have a social circle because I didn't have the inner confidence to go out and do those things by myself. And I didn't have the courage or desire to develop those things in order to pursue the life that I wanted. But when I did, that's when my life started getting better in every single realm. So I've given you quite a few different examples of how this is applied to my life, how I make it work for me now, and how it hasn't worked for me in the past, and what my life was like then. Because I can tell you, my life was shit back before I started to do that, to take responsibility for everything and make things happen on my own. I really didn't have that great of an existence. I had quite a mediocre life, and there was nothing really going well for me. And starting to do this was the big shift. And a lot of people might think that going out and getting girls, some of you might think that's more of like a degenerate thing. Some of you might be all for it. Some of you might think that partying is not something that's productive. But you need to realize that everyone has their own timeline and challenges that they're working on. So if you were someone who was super social all throughout high school and you had all the friends in the world, maybe that's not something that's the most productive for you. Maybe you have plenty of friends. And maybe for you right now, focusing on online business or your self-development might be the most growth that you can get. But if you were someone like myself, who is a shy, introverted kid, going out and constantly improving your social skills might be the best thing for you. So it all comes down to the challenges that you face and the things that you want to achieve, and going out and making those things happen no matter what it takes. And that's the message of this video, is that anything that you want, you can achieve, but you can't rely on other people for it. No one's going to wake up and think, how can I make Sebastian have the life of his dreams? I made a video on this and someone was like, people do care about your dreams. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this motherfucker's crazy. Do other people wake up and read books so that I can be knowledgeable? Do they meditate so that I can have a clear mind and a conscious awareness so that I can be very focused on the task that I'm doing? Do they do gratitude journaling? No. Do they do the ice baths for me? No. Do they do the saunas? No. Do they do the work for 14 hours a day? No. So what exactly do they do to give me the life of my dreams? Nothing. There's people who support you and say, oh yeah, I hope you have that success. But that's not gonna give you the success that you want. So as some people, sure, like that comment, the guy said, some people might care about your dreams to a degree. They might say, oh yeah, that's awesome. I hope you get it. But that's not gonna make your dreams come true. You are the only person that can make your dreams come true. And when you start realizing this, accepting full responsibility for your life and taking action on the things that you want, you will get them, just as I have. So I'm living proof of it. There's thousands of other people on social media that you probably see living the life of their dreams, and it all came down to these key tenets. So if this video provided you with any value, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one.